So hi, I'm Andrew from Singapore Tourism Board, and I'm from the exhibition and conferences team and the team behind Travel Rave in Singapore. Travel Rave is envisaged to be a platform where we want it to be about opportunities in Asia, and we want Travel Rave to be the epicenter where issues pertaining to Asia's travel and tourism industry is discussed. And there's a lot of Asia for Asia content in terms of cross-synergy, in terms of the content and co-located events. It's also an opportunity generator where the movers and shakers of the tourism and travel industry come together to discuss issues pertaining to Asia and come up with solutions that will address these issues. One of the opportunities we have identified is the Asian millennial travelers, and they are going to be the most educated and connected generation of the century. They have very low brand loyalty, for instance. They embrace technology, they go online for information, and thus embracing technology is a very important strategic trust when it comes to targeting at the Asian millennial travelers. Talent continues to be a very important piece because to capitalize on the growth, we need to look at talent to deliver the service and the quality of experience. It's predicted that by 2021, there will be 8 million shortages of jobs in terms of manpower in the Asia travel tourism space. And this is one specific topic that we have been discussing at Travel Rave. Well, the Singapore Tourism Board plays a very important role in bringing the movers and shakers of the industry together, and we see three potential synergies to Travel Rave. The first synergy is really about synergy across markets, because with Asia Rising, it's not only about India, which today we are doing the India story. It's also about the views and perspective and the insights and solutions that we can have when the movers and shakers of the industry discuss these issues with leaders from China and Southeast Asia. We see a lot of synergies in terms of content, where there's a lot of co-located events that give Asia for Asia intelligence. And lastly, the synergy across markets, networks, where collaborative opportunities, the networking solutions are being forged together when the opinion leaders come together. I guess with the Asian millennial travelers coming in, and they are a totally different market segment that looks at three simple things. The three things they look for: simple, personal, and mobile experiences. Based on the survey we did last year in conjunction with Travel Rave, across Asia, 83% of the respondents indicate that they are willing to book holidays just using online media. So that's a very important information source as well as a booking mechanism. I think technology is also changing the way you consume and experience your travel experiences. You could be wearing a Google glasses to look at information while you tour around Singapore, for instance. So there is also a very important track. So that's why we have WIT, where it's talk about web and travel. This is really talking about the marketing space, the online travel space. And this is our first attempt in India to have a WIT STB forum to address some of these issues. Well, I think India has been a very important source market for Travel Rave and Singapore as a whole. In terms of Travel Rave, India is currently the fourth largest travel market, source market for Travel Rave. We have about 10,800 delegates last year. And many of the Indian exhibitors are also participating in ITB Asia, which is now one of the largest B2B marketplace and travel trade platform for the Asia market. We see a lot of leaders attending conferences like WIT, as well as many of the other events happening in Travel Rave, and we'll be very happy to work closely with the India market to continue the traction and attract more Indian delegates to attend Travel Rave. I guess when it comes to Travel Rave, there is a lot of meeting of the minds. It's also about an opportunity generator, as I mentioned. And whether it's the business travel space or the leisure space, I think there's a lot of opportunity where we can work together with the startups here. Bangalore being known as a Silicon Valley of India, we are more than happy to work and collaborate with some of the startups to see how they could augment the whole experience when they're in Singapore. So it could be an app, or it could be some solutions online that would help to beef up the experience when they come for leisure and business pursuits. This is the fifth year where we have Travel Rave, and it has grown from strength to strength. Last year we have about 10,800 delegates. Many of the people also come to ITB Asia, and this will be the 7th year in Singapore. I guess what people see the value of Travel Rave is really the networks they establish, the action-driven dialogue that has been driven, and the solutions they look for when they discuss issues that cut across all the major markets. So this is really the epicenter where the travel and tourism trade comes together, and they use Singapore as their platform to leverage the growth of Asia. Well, I think Singapore has been rated the easiest place to do business, and Travel Rave is exactly a very good platform for Indian delegates to come to Singapore to experience Singapore and as well as to start up the business.